Hi, my name's Joanie Eisinger. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing March reading for the collective. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Press the all bell icon to the right of the word subscribe. Like, share, and comment if you are so moved. I love hearing feedback from y'all. You could find me on YouTube here, LinkedIn, Twitter, SoundCloud. If you find me on Facebook and want to friend me, please message me and tell me where you found me because I don't friend strangers. And you can like my Joanie's White Light Healing fan page. Please go to my website, jonieswhitelighealing.com. You could find out everything about me. And if you wish to schedule a private reading, you can do so through my website. You'll find out everything you need to know, and there are videos, and there are reviews, and there's a store, and I've got a blog, and some published articles, and a little this and a little bit of that. So, how do I do this? I put my Joanie aside. I bring in the highest of Christ light consciousness. What is that? Is that religious by saying Christ? No. It has to do with the Christed ones, the ones who have achieved that, the enlightenment, and that they either here or in creation, they are at a spiritual level where they are advisors for us and they bring the highest vibration of information to help us. Archangels, ascended masters, angels, guides, departed ones, elementals, star beings, consciousnesses. They come through me as one voice. I put protection around myself. White light. I make this sacred space. I only bring in positive information. I'm not a doom and gloom psychic. And I tell people, if you hear anything negative, like, oh, don't get in that car, but I can't tell you why, or your cousin and I see death, or their entities, pay me thousands of dollars to get them off of you, just run, erase and delete. It's charlatan stuff. They might have energy attachments. They might not know better. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Find spiritual advisors, healers, psychics who are making you feel good, where your heart feels good, your mind feels rested, you have more information than when you came in, and you have more to work with when you leave. Okay, so what is this thing about doing a reading for the collective? Well, I've been watching these tarot card readings since last July, and I'm watching these folks flip their cards out, and they're doing readings for different astrological signs or the elements. Now, I've been doing the individuals for years now, and I thought, well, I never did this for the collective, but if they can, then I guess I can. Spirit wanted me to get a laptop to start doing readings, so I guess that's the point. So as of January 1st, 2020, I started. Here I am. Y'all love these love readings, so it's time, as Lucy would say to Ricky as she comes out of the back bedroom. It's time, so it's time. It's March. So it's time for a love reading. I never have expectations. I'm just ready to see what Spirit has to say for March for y'all. Now, if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, put it on the shelf. There's no timestamp on this reading. You could be seeing this in March, April, May, another year, another day, whatever it is, there's some reason why you're watching it on this day. And it doesn't mean that because you missed March and now you're seeing it in July, that it might not resonate. It might just. Everyone's working on different timelines. Some are slower and some are faster. Spirit knows who's going to be watching and when. So just listen up. Okay, I'm going in. So I'm getting some people are in a hurry. They want this to happen, chop, chop, chop. They really want this to happen, but they're saying watch and wait, which I'm getting that there's stuff that's simmering for a lot of you. There are things that are in the works, but just take it easy and wait. That this isn't necessarily the time, but there's a time for percolation or for people meeting each other. So if you've met someone, that's fantastic, but give it a rest or just don't. I'm getting, don't push on it. Don't force it. Don't make it what it hasn't become yet. Just be with it, enjoy it, and watch it. It doesn't mean separate from it and ignore it. It's the message is Be with it, enjoy it, and let it unfold naturally. That's the first piece. Going back in. So a lot of you have ties that bind. So this could be marriage. This could be frenemies with benefits. And for those of you who know about these readings where healings come in, have a sip of water if any of you are involved with someone where there's friction and it's not going well. They're working on you. So the water helps flush negative energies through the physical body. So for a lot of you that are involved in adversarial relationships, I don't see them coming to a close. I just see a lot of friction. So there's tons of information that you're getting. You're receiving a lot of angelic assistance. There are conversations that your higher self is having with a lot of robed souls, a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous guides. And some of you are listening and others are not. So for some of you right now, I think that your arms might be tingling just a little bit. So if they're tingling, that's a good sign. It means that you're right on target. They're holding you and blessing you and loving on you very, very much right now. For some of you, you need to get out of these situations that it's just much, that there's a lot of tumult and you're really upset. Some of you cry, some of you are angry, some of you it's both. And you need to decide for yourself in the next week or two. I think they're saying by around March 10, you should be quite clear about how you feel. You might not feel so clear until March 10. Now, they just gave that to me. March 10 also is when Mercury goes direct again. Right now, it's in retrograde. So there's a lot of fierce, pressured energy right now, and you might be suffering. You're going to start feeling a lift after March 10. There's a backwash period for about 2 weeks after March 10 where there are residual negative energies, or shall we say sluggish energies that might still kick in and throw you little like bombs. But by March 10, I do see a lift. And I do see, for those of you who are upset, I see clarity. That's when there's like a ding. And then your mind starts feeling a little better and you can see what you're involved in more clearly. So Spirit isn't telling you what to do. So if you've been a client of mine, if you've seen me in a video, if you've gone to any psychic galleries or parties that I've done, you'll know that Spirit doesn't spoon feed. There's a lot of information that you'll get, which is quite clear. There might be a slant to it or a little hint here and there. But if Spirit fed you all that you needed to do, number one, you wouldn't learn on your own. And number two, why would anyone be in Earth School? Because anyone would just hook up with a psychic from when they're born and then everything would just be smooth sailing. And that's not why you came here. Going back in for more about love. So there's regret. There are some of you that are feeling very shamed and very regretful. So I feel that your souls are learning about what you've done. Some of you have been in very torrid, unhealthy relationships. Look up torrid, folks. Torrid. Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Torrid. And that I don't feel comfortable with what you've been doing. Doesn't feel comfortable to me when I go into the energy. There's no judgment. I just don't feel comfortable. The regret, you could do one of two things. You could keep regretting, which is putting negative energy on yourself, where you also incur karma towards yourself, unforgiveness towards self with self-blame, regret, shame, guilt, embarrassment, all that stuff. Does not help you in the least. Or you could ask yourself, what can I learn from this regarding what happened, and stop whipping yourself. So this regret. So those of you who are carrying on to regret right now regarding relationships and love, this is for marrieds. This is for friends with benefits. This is for open relationship. This is for couples. This is for dating. This is new romance. This is everything in between. When you are in relation to other in some sort of intimate way, whether there's a vow, where there's an agreement, or whether there's a new beginning. If you have regret, Spirit wants you to take a look at this. It's unhealthy. It's not working. And anything where it's been torrid and unhealthy, you need to take a look at that. This is the time. March is a fantastic time now for you to take a look at what's this all about? Why am I doing something that's not so great for myself? Who am I? How much worth do I give myself? Am I really worth that? Is this something that I need? Is this something I deserve? Is this something that I want? Who am I? Get in touch with who you are and your worth. You're worth gold, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds. Are they treating you that way? Do you treat yourself that way? Be your best friend. Highest version of yourself. Going back in regarding love. There's definite romance that's in the air, but someone's worried they might not get asked to a dance or a prom. There's someone who's really involved with their high school. I see a gym and it's going to be decorated and they're going, oh my God, I'm planning for prom and I'm planning for like that time away and I don't even know if I'm going to be asked. So you need to trust yourself. This is about belief. If you get worried, you're putting a kibosh on it. That's like a block. So you show up. That's what Spirit says. You show up every day. Be a wonderful person. Be true. Be real. Be transparent. If you're asked out, fine. And if you're not, it's not meant to be. And there's some reason, some high reason why you're not to go there. Remember that. They have our back. Spirit, the divine ones, they love us so much. And if you're not asked to the prom, you are blessed. You are protected. You are not to be there. And if you go, fantastic, fantastic. But remember, if it doesn't happen and you're not asked out, you are not a loser. You're a fantastic individual. You're blessed. You are holy. You're wonderful. You're not seen in the way that maybe others see you. And this going to the prom thing does not put a value on who you are. It is not the identifying marker that makes you as a person for the rest of your life. Know that. I didn't go to any prom, and I think I'm doing just okay. Going back in. Someone's having a field day, and they're having a pisser of a time. They're seeing all these different people. They are loving this. It's adventure. So if you're one of these people that's out there, out and about, social, dating, seeing people, not necessarily sleeping around, I'm getting social scene, meeting people, going on some dates. You're right exactly where you're to be. This is the time for you. It's a perfect, wonderful time for you. Stick with it and enjoy yourself. And there are some of you that have got this fear of missing something. Someone said it's fear of missing out. FOMO, that's right, FOMO, fear of missing out. And that you need to get over that because there's always going to be something before you were born, during, while you're alive, and after you go. So this fear of missing out, there's always something. When we're asleep, something's going on. When we're at work, something's going on. So get that out of your head. You can't be everywhere at the same time. It's just not possible. So you're having enough fun, but you can't stretch yourself in a gazillion different directions. So just trust yourself. You go where you think the fun is. You have some excitement, have laughs. Be good to yourself, be true to yourself. And again, what I get regarding this going out and dating and being social is you're getting to know who you are. So it looks like you're getting to know a whole bunch of people, but you can ask yourself, well, who am I? Boy, I'm someone that's social. I have the gift of gab. I really like entertaining people with my stories and I like hearing good music. That's who I am. So for some of you, you're defining more who you are. That you haven't really thought about it, about what type of a person you are. Maybe there are other lifetimes where you were clueless and you were just like all out there, but you never really sat down to define who you are. So Spirit is suggesting that for those of you that are having like a reeling time, to really just take a moment and ask yourself, well, who am I? If I were to describe myself now in this way, how would I describe myself? What adjectives would I put to myself? There are some people that are afraid they're going to be hurt. Like I'm getting like, should I carry a gun? So I'm getting some people are afraid that if they go out, they might be taken advantage of. So I'm getting rape date, drug fear, rape fear, um, shut down and not being allowed to talk, being overpowered by people who won't let them be, won't let them speak. I'm going to go in regarding those that are afraid regarding getting involved in relationships right now. Going in. So for some of you were Native American Indians and your territory was invaded on, and it was the white man that invaded the American Indian space, and their civilizations were encroached upon and they were decimated ultimately. So this is the Native American Indian remembering their powers were taken, they were stifled, they were raped, many were raped and killed. There's a numbness here. So we're going to get rid of karma for those of you who have fears about relationships and fears about getting involved with members of the same sex or opposite sex, intimacy, romance, going out. Across time and space, forwards and backwards, across all generations, any karma, fear of relationship, fear of other, intimacy, romance. Forgive yourselves. Yeah, gorgeous. There's a light that comes in, gorgeous light that streams in. By tomorrow, so today's Wednesday, by Thursday around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be feeling much brighter. There's been a dullness about you, so we're clearing you right now. Forgive everyone and everything. Yeah. Ooh, your fears were dark and deep. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness. Please, all of you, forgive me because I had unforgiveness towards you. And have a sip of water for those of you who are doing the work now. Thank God for these life lessons. And when I say God, I mean Creator, Spirit, Source, the I Am Presence, Mother, Father, God. However you see all of creation, as we are all part of the oneness, we're all God sparks. For those of you who have been with me regarding any of the forgiveness work, sip water between now and when you go to sleep. It'll help flush negative energies through the physical body. Okay, I'm going in for more. March. Spirit, what do we have for the collective regarding love? Couples, singles, and anything in between. Intimacy, romance, dating, getting to know someone. So it's interesting. I see those of you that are coupled up, that are paired. I see there's conversation, and this is really important, that some of you haven't spoken and that you're having specific conversations that need to be addressed. So I guess it's in the stars that you are to be having conversations. Things have ground to a halt. You needed to work things out. Someone's expressing their needs. Someone's saying it's time, I can't take this anymore. Someone is saying, I want you, let's make love. We haven't done this in a while. What the hell's going on here? I need you, I want you, come here. And so there's a lot of intimate conversation that's going on among the couples, getting to the bottom of it. Needs and wants, expressing self. It's fantastic. I'm hurt, I need to talk. I have something to say to you. What's up? It's great. Keep it up, folks. Good job. Someone's talking to a therapist about love, and they were hurt and there was betrayal and they need to work through that. So I give you a lot of credit. You get a lot of points, folks, for those of you who are in therapy talking about the hurts. That if you find that the hurt is getting in the way of making contact with another, just keep going. Just keep working through it. And just imagine that you're healed and that yourself will ultimately work your way to that point of full healing. Know that all is well. You are healing. Keep expressing how you feel. Trust that Spirit and the Divine Ones have your back and that you are love. You are lovable. You always have been. If you've been hurt, if you believe the illusions, the lies that you sucked, that you're a piece of shit, so consider getting rid of them. Consider thinking that you are very special, Now, if there's stuff that you do that does suck, work on changing, work on shifting so you don't do that anymore. You're not a piece of shit. We're all pieces of God. And if you have work to do, fine. That's why you're here. This is an earth school. So I see someone's paying for prostitutes. Someone's got money and I see ka-ching and they're going out, whether it's a massage parlor or a prostitute. You need to check that out, folks. You need to check out what your intentions are. What you doing? Why are you doing this? Is this looking for trouble? Does this settle your heart and your mind? What do you really want? What do you really want? You don't want the BJ. You don't want the lay. You don't want the feel up. Check out what you want. What do you need? What aren't you getting at home? What aren't you getting in your life? Do you give it to yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you believe that you can give love to another? If you don't think so, ask yourself whether you could give love to yourself. Because if you're not giving love to yourself first, giving love to yourself first, you are not able to give love to another. It's just impossible. You have to love yourself first, then you give it away. So if you're going out for some joy rides, it's a temporary fix. It's an illusion. It's a fake out. This is an earth school. This is not why we come here to fake ourselves out. Well, maybe we do, because we might pre-birth plan to do some fakery to then have the aha moment to realize that fakery is a dupe. It's a self-dupe. Now, if you're going out to get back at someone, they either know or they don't, but it's not hurting them in the end, it's hurting you. You could lose them, maybe you want to, I don't know. Doesn't matter, there's no judgment here. It's your story, it's your movie that you're making. Make a good one. Going back in regarding love. I'm getting, feels like the first time. I believe that's foreigner. I don't think that's Boston, folks, but I'm probably going to get shit in the comments. I should know that. Oh my God. But anyway, feels like the first time. So we got some virgin activity here. Figure out, do you want to do this with that person? Are you ready? Do you want to do it with that person? Is that who you want? Check it out. You got to decide when you're going to lose it. Do you want it with that person? That's all. That's all Spirit says. You don't have to. You could lose it with someone else. You decide, because that's in the memory banks. That's in the Akashic records forever, where you lost it, who you lost it with in this incarnation. Someone's smoking hot. They're like, I can do whatever I want. I could do it here, I could do it there, and I could do it everywhere. And it sure sounds like a Dr. Seuss book to me. And that's great. I'm very happy for you. You could do whatever you want. No one's judging. Just think about the lasting effects of it and whether your mind and your heart will feel good about it. Spirit is very protective around that stuff. Going in, see if there's anything more for the collective for March 2020 love. I get Spirit's asking, are y'all enjoying yourselves? So this is a playground. Earth is a school of wonderment. It's not just a school of hard knocks where we pre-birth plan to have obstacles put on our path, to clear karma, to be of service, out of curiosity, karmic debt, learning by opposites. This is also a paradise, and that a lot of people don't know that you can create a fantabulous story here. So Spirit's going, y'all enjoying yourselves? And I'm getting, are you happy where you are in terms of love? So if you're coupled, are you happy? If you're single, are you happy? If you're learning about someone, are you happy? Are you having a good time? And if the answer is yes, that's great. If the answer is I'm not sure, see if there's anything that you could do about it to shift it. You might not be able to have a good time now. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe it's not in your control that this experience right now, where you are in your present now moment, it's not comfortable and you're not having a good time, and that at some point maybe it will improve. Maybe it's not supposed to. Spirit's asking you, where are you in terms of having a good time? If you're not having a good time, can you change it? Is there anything you could do to make it better? Are you with the person you want to be? Can you change that up? Do you want to be single? If so, that's fantastic. If you want to be with someone, are you doing anything about it? If you are meeting people, are you going about it in a safe way, in a happy way? Spirit doesn't want you to put pressure on yourself. There's an enjoyment factor that goes into the love and romance category. So ask yourselves if you're having a good time and work with that. Seeing if there's anything left regarding love. No, what I get now is there's a beautiful energy. It's a creative substance that many are feeling, and it's over them. It's like hovering in a way. It's in the distance, but it's beautiful and it's airy and fresh and it's new. And I see grace. People who are nervous, people who are upset can call upon this energy. It's of substance and it's beautiful. It's like a light pink, and they could call upon it to ask them for assistance regarding love. Mhm. Might sound cosmic, folks, but there are energies that are consciousnesses or collectives of like-minded souls. In this case, it looks like a collective of souls, and they work with us, maybe about 1,000 that come together, and it looks like a pink substance, and they work with us. So you could call upon the pink mirror. That's what they're calling themselves, the pink mirror. And you can ask for assistance. And you might feel a certain type of a ding or a ring. There are certain times where they might show themselves in a sound, and it'll come out as a bell. And it might be something that you say or you think, or someone says it, or you hear it on a TV or something, and it dings right afterwards. And then you need to remember, what was it that was just said? What did I think? And it's validation. It's coming in with that message. Yep, sure, yep. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. It might be different from other types of readings that you see on YouTube, but everyone's different. Everyone's got their own signature for the way that they bring in information. And again, if you like this, please press like and share and comment. And I will see you at the next video. Bye, y'all.